Okay, so this is our September 28th Leadership Boot Camp. And like I said, I'm very happy that we've got some representatives here that we're going to get down to kind of the basics of leadership. And then we'll talk and have some discussion on what is working, what isn't working, what we can try differently to build your teams, because when you build your teams, that puts more money in your pocket. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. And like I said, we're just going down to some basics. What is leadership? Well, what leadership is, and I looked up this example, so it's coming from Avon. The Avon Leadership Opportunity provides an enhanced opportunity for your Avon business, offering rewards and bonuses for building your team and increasing your sales. Okay. Next slide is, what is recruiting? Well, it's the process of having a conversation about the benefits of joining the Avon team. So recruiting is kind of a scary word. Instead of using recruiting, because people don't want to be sold to, people don't want to be recruited, you can just kind of use the word join my team. You can kind of use the word just like just being a part of a team, that kind of thing, and learning about the company, learning about the business. And so that's kind of in a nutshell what that basic is. So the next question is, what is a mentor? So a mentor, and we call them advisors in Avon, but they're same thing. They're a mentor, they're a leader, the sales leader in a team who has personally recruited and appointed you, sometimes referred to as an advisor or an upline. So that's pretty much, a mentor, an advisor. I just, like when I'm texting people, I just use advisor because that's the term Avon uses. Okay, next slide. This is kind of an important slide. And this is, what is your compensation? Now, you might not be able to read this real good, but you know what? Take a picture of it if you want to with your phone, and then you can, kind of blow it up. And I will just kind of go through it the way it shows, so you can kind of understand what all the different columns mean. And what the first column is, title, and that's like promoter. And that's if you have one team member that places an order and you place a $50 order yourself. Okay. So then with that, you're getting a 3% sponsoring bonus on that team member's leadership sales, which means, of course, the things out of the book, not like the brochures to order, samples, that type of thing. Leadership sales are like the products in the book. Then the next level is star promoter. And again, it's a requirement, only $50 in your personal sales. But to be a star promoter, you have 2 orders each campaign from your team members. Okay. And then you're going to be setting at the 3% sponsoring bonus. But then, and I can't read this very well, Darwin, but it looks like, is it a 2% first generation?
3 and 3.
3 and 3. Okay. So can you read it better on yours?
A little bit, but why don't I stop it and show a different view of it?
Okay, let's get like a full screen view of it would be great.
Yep.
Because this makes a difference as you're supporting your team member, for you to earn from their sales and for you to support them and building other team members, because Jennifer left us, but she has a team member who has a team member also. So 2 generation down like that. So we'll go into more detail here on what the compensation chart
Give me this
is.
one.
Okay. My tech neat person has to pull it up. Is it coming?
Just about.
Okay, good.
This isn't much better, but I'll have to find a better picture of it. But I think you can
Okay.
maybe read it a little bit better.
Yeah. Can you take off the side stuff?
Not really. But let
Okay.
me see if I can do this.
Can you make it bigger? There we, okay. Whoops, we lost part of it then. Okay.
How's that? Does that help?
It's getting, yeah, it's getting better. There we go. I think I can read that now. Okay. So we stopped at a star promoter because I was having trouble reading, but you can see the second level there on the left on the title size. $50 personal sales, 2 orders each campaign. So if you have 5 or 6 people in your team, but you only have 1 order, then you're, getting paid as a promoter. So 2 orders in your team, and then the sponsorship bonus is 3%, and then you get 3% on that first generation sales. Okay, then it jumps into the ambassador level, which is bronze, silver, and gold. The personal sales does jump up to a $200 personal sales for each campaign. You have 3 or more place orders, and then its total team sales needs to be 1,000 or more. Okay. Then it's a 3% sponsoring bonus. Then it's 3% in the first generation and 3% in the second. Like I was telling you, that one of her team members has built on a team member. So as you're talking to friends, family, whatever, you can always say, who do you know that could come on with you? And, we'll support both of them in training them to earn as much as they're looking for. So then you're bronze ambassador, then it goes into silver ambassador. It stays the same as the 200 personal sales, but now we're looking at 6 orders per campaign. So to get 6 orders per campaign, you want to shoot for 10 to 15 people. Okay. Very slim chance that you have 6 people and they all order. They should, but it doesn't work out that way. It's not real life story there. Your total team sales now, because you got 6 orders from team members, goes up to 2,000 total team. And that 2,000 includes your own. So like whenever it's closeout day, I'm like in front of my charts all day almost, because I'm wanting to make sure that the total team sales is where it needs to be to where the level I'm at, because then that's what you get paid on. You know, that's what Avon gives you your bonus money back for. So silver is 2,000 in total team sales, but then you still at that 3% sponsoring bonus. You give yourself a raise in your first generation with 4% for first gen and 3% for second gen. So then the gold ambassador is 200 personal sales. You have 9 orders each campaign, which then would probably reach that $4,000 total team sales, 3% sponsoring, 5% first generation now, 3% second, and you get paid 2% on the third generation as well. So that's why, you know, building that team down by them building as well as you building your first generation is supportive for you. Then the next category is the leader category, and they have the bronze, silver, and gold categories. Again, it's still at personal sales of 200, but you can see now for each category, it's 10 orders for bronze, silver, and gold. And then your sales are different too. 8,500 for total team sales for bronze, 13,000 for silver, and 21,000 for gold. But look now at our chart with the percentages. So you're at 3% sponsoring, that doesn't change. You're at 6.5% on your first generation, 3% and 2%. When you jump up to silver leader, then that's 7.5%, 3%, 2%, and then another 3% leader bonus. Okay? Because you're having more people in your team and you're having more leaders because they're building their teams at the same time. So then the gold, excuse my voice, the gold, again, 2% personal sales, 200 personal sales, then it's 21,000 as a total team with, you know, requirement is still only 10, but you're going to need 20, 25, 30, whatever to reach that number, 3%. But then look, you're at 8% for your first generation, 3% for second, 2% for third, but then you're going 2 generations of that leadership bonus. So you can see the next level is the top level and how it just gets bigger. But the thing is, on that top level, that's when you also get what they call a leadership allowance. And they pay you so much every campaign. Now you've heard of the Mary Who company that you know, they get that pink car, right? But see what Avon does when you look at that slide that Darwin moved over with, you get a $250 lifestyle bonus for all these levels here: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. $300, $350, $409. That can make a car payment for you, whatever kind of car you want, you know, if that's the case, whatever it is. So that's why it's always good to increase that. Okay. So like I said, if you got more questions on this compensation plan, this is what Avon follows for when you get payment on your team. Okay. So the next slide, and I'm looking at my clock. Okay. It's about right, about 10 minutes here. The next slide is going to be where we're going to unmute everybody. And I want, you know, you to help tell me what you're saying to, you know, if the ones you got in your team right now are ones that you talked to about doing it, or if they're ones that found you, you didn't find them. Sometimes that happens. And, you know, where do you think would be places to find new team members? And, you know, be open with having conversations with people around you. So let me just pull this up. And then I'm going to let everybody talk. Come on, unmute. Okay, you can unmute yourself. I thought I could unmute everybody at one time, but go ahead and unmute yourself. And those questions are like, what are you saying? Like the people that you did get, did you convince them or did they find you?
In my case, I convinced one and one found me.
Okay.
But I actually created an Avon group. It's called the Avon Palette.
Okay.
And we're starting to play games, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, what's this?" You know, and like just little how many nails, or just little random things. Or we had one last week, and I give a prize, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you want a prize? It's an Avon product." So I have almost 40 members. So I'm starting to engage with them. So that seems like that's going to be working better than the way I was going at it before. I mean, I still, when I'm in a store or something, I still try to engage with people. But yeah, the group is called the Avon Palette. So, it's kind of cool. And, a lot of people are like, oh, like I had, like I said, the first game. And then this week I'm thinking another game. Just so,
Okay, so
and then
it's kind of like a consistently running online party.
Exactly.
Okay. So then, and who are you inviting to this?
Like because I got hacked, so I'm kind of trying to keep it like friends of friends and family, as friends of friends, so at least I kind of know some people. I was wanting to do it public, but then with being hacked, I'm kind of leery about it. But and almost 40 members and 2 weeks, so not bad.
That's
so
good.
I'm hoping, so I'm hoping it'll get better.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of fun. And that in those private parties, then that is where you can sell stock. You can't
Exactly.
sell stock on Facebook of products that you have in your home. But when it's a private party like that, so that's important to keep it private if you're planning on sharing with them something new that you got, and maybe you got more than one of that. For instance, the new body serum, and you wanted to, say, hey, I've got this in stock for somebody to try. Who would like to try it? And then get back to the party next week, right? And tell us how it, they could see the difference on one arm versus the other, or something like one leg versus the other, whatever, works. So, that's good. And Stephanie, how did it work for you?
So I have two members. One found me. I'm not sure how. And then I believe it was Facebook. But I'm not sure. And then the other one is my sister. And we were kind of discussing it because my sister is she's a cosmetologist. So I think it would be a good thing for her, with some of her clients, because hair and makeup kind of go together, beauty products, things like that. So I think this may be something that's a little better for her. And she is, familiar with makeup and beauty supplies and things like that. So me, not too much. I don't really wear makeup. I wear a lot of the perfumes, the scents. Things like that. But when someone asks me questions about like the makeup, I'm kind of like, can't really explain that to you because I don't wear makeup.
That's okay. You have that try on at your digital brochure. So just send them to your digital brochure, and they can click the white little camera on their computer or their phone, And if they're deciding on a color of, I was just playing there earlier today, actually, because I was looking at what I wanted for foundation, because I just got done watching the live. Did anybody watch that earlier this evening, the live that Avon does? But they
No.
were talking about some, the serum, the body serum, but she also, of course, went in to face products and was talking about some lipsticks and some blushes and foundations. And that's a great, great tool. I did it myself. I went into the digital brochure and then go to the makeup stuff. And there's a little box. One of them is to add to cart, and one of them is like a white camera.
I've
So
seen that. Yes.
yeah, click on the white camera and then pick the color, because it screen kind of separates, and you put your face. The camera in your phone or your computer will see your face and put it on the screen. And when you click on the different colors, it's on your face.
Ah, okay.
So it's a great way to try new stuff that
So
way.
that's
I was like, well, I like neutrals. So I was trying on neutrals and trying on warm colors, and I found one of them that I'm going to add to my cart, so there you go. But okay, so just, you're just kind of talking the business is what I'm hearing, right?
pretty much,
And,
yes.
and they showed an interest. And so, and then one was given to you. When you get going with your leadership business and keep getting more people, you need to be bronze ambassador or above.
Okay.
And have one of those team members that you bring in qualify in their first or second campaign with $100 or more order. As a bronze ambassador and above, Avon gives you team members.
Ah, okay.
So see, we just ended campaign 19, which is the end of the third quarter. And so what Avon surprised a lot of us this morning was I had 17 new team members in my email.
Ah,
So see,
okay.
as you shoot for that bronze ambassador level, and then we'll work together to get them that first or second order of the $100 or more, and then qualifies you for at the end of the quarter time period, if they're giving people that signed up that didn't get a leader, didn't get a mentor, then they assign them to one of the leadership people.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was like I was, I just made a list on a piece of scratch paper, and with the people that I had in my email, and I was just, feeding through them today, sending them a text first, and finding out, if they're going to respond, and follow up with an email, follow up with a phone call, and whatever form of communication you can then contact them. So I mean, your sister, right? Was it your sister?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's relative, so you've got other ways to go to her
Yeah.
shop and say, we haven't talked yet. But yeah, does she work out of her home, or does she work in a beauty shop?
So she had a salon suite, and then she was working just out of kind of like a booth in her friend's shop. So now she's kind of at home because of her work schedule, but because she also works, but um I think eventually she probably will go back into the shop, but she's been doing this for years. So she has, her clientele. So even if she's still doing it at home, she's still,
She's
has
still got
the
those people she can talk
yeah,
to. She's got them in the prime place, right in her chair.
yeah.
They're not gonna leave, right?
Nope.
So yeah, so that's perfect. But then she can also be talking to people about, have you seen what new things Avon's got, for
Yeah.
Christmas, and things like that. And who do you know, a good thing for her to keep in her, you know, just conversation is, who do you know that needs extra money for the holidays? That's
Yeah.
always a good thing to ask, even the current customers that you have. Who do you know that I could maybe chat with about earning some extra money with Avon? You know, now, most likely, if the one you're talking to is interested, when you say, who do you know, it doesn't make them feel pressured, but they're going to
Right.
come back if they're interested and say, well, what about me? You know,
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. And that, so, you know, so let it be in the conversation, whether you're, I mean, we do this all the time when we go out to eat with the servers, you know, it's
Mhm.
like I always have something Avon laying on the table, or they comment about my nails. I don't do my own nails. It's not Avon nail polish, but it still breaks the conversation into where I can feed right into Avon.
Okay.
So yeah, just think about those bridges. They're called bridges that you can fit that conversation in by, you know, just, you know, hey, we've got this product and this product coming out, you know, what gifts do you
You know
have
what?
to buy for?
Today I've been pushing this haiku reflection
Oh
all
yeah,
day long.
that is
That is a
beautiful.
lovely scent.
It is
Yes,
a
I
beautiful
I ordered
scent.
it for myself, and I'm like, this smells really good.
Yes.
So
And
I've
I
been
like
talking
that
about it all
too,
day.
that new one too, that just came out, that Live Out Loud for,
I've seen that one, but I haven't smelled it, but I did see it.
yeah, go to one of the books because there was a sample if you've got any of the books when it first came out laying around.
Okay.
Yeah, go look because you can do the wrist across the paper, you know. But
Okay.
I smelt that at convention and I was like,
Hmm.
it's got kind of a citrus scent, but then
Okay.
it's topped off on the end with kind of almond and vanilla. So it takes away the little spiciness of the citrus and
Hmm.
just calms it out a little bit.
Hmm.
And I came back and I bought like 4 bottles of it because I said, I'm gonna, you know, have people try this at my events. And, you know, fragrance usually goes well at events.
Yeah.
Men's fragrance too. Lots of men come over to your booth to get either fragrance or deodorant. So,
Okay.
so now I promised a half an hour. It is right at 7:33. So I want you to kind of all think about different things you can say to open the conversation, to build your teams. Okay. So,
Okay.
and practice in front of a mirror.
Okay.
Okay. Because, you know, who's going to see you practicing in front of a mirror but you, right? But then you'll get so comfortable with it that you won't feel like you're stumbling on the words, because you know, if you're talking to someone and you stumble on words, it's okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, ask everybody, because you know what a waitress does when you go to eat somewhere, they don't think before they come to your table, I'm not going to offer dessert because I don't think they look like they want dessert.
Right.
He offers dessert all the time, whether or not you're laying on the bench because you're so full or
Very true.
whatever it is. So offer the opportunity everywhere you go. The worst that can happen is they say no. And then you can say, well, is it okay if I check back with you in a couple months?
Okay.
And then they'll probably say, sure, because it may not be the right situation for them right now. And that's okay.
Right.
But you know, 2 months down the road, it may be a different situation. So, okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions before I shut it off? Throw them out.
Real quick,
No.
I seen there was some type of promotion for, I think it was campaigns 19, 20, and 21.
Okay, there's an incentive going on right now that ends at 20. It's 19.
Okay.
It was 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
For
And what
the
was the
goal.
incentive? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a goal. So if you go into manage business,
Mm-hmm.
seller central, and then incentive hub.
Okay.
Okay. Go in those three things. And then you'll see, if you scroll down, you'll see your goal, which both of you are, I think, brand new representatives. See if I see anything on my very, very, very messy desk. No, I don't.
So I have the numbers.
Okay, Darwin,
So-
of course, has the
So
number.
Stephanie, you have $167 as of the close of campaign 19. So
Mm-hmm.
you only need to do let's see, 50 plus 33. So with $83, you'll get a $25 bonus.
Okay,
Okay,
so I've
because you'll
met
be at
that one since I had.
$250 for the incentive. But if you were to
Okay.
make it $500 for the incentive, so in other words, do 250 plus 83, so 330 or something like that, you would
Mhm.
get a $50 bonus. So this incentive had a two-part qualifier. You had to qualify by achieving your goal that Avon set, and then you had to hit milestones. So in your case, your goal and your first milestone were both $250. Okay, so you don't get anything
Okay.
unless you get the $250.
Okay, I'm
And
pretty sure I'm there because
Maria,
I have
your goal was
3
also 250,
Yeah.
but I can't find you. Maybe you're up here closer to the top.
Yeah, I didn't have any orders for myself, but I did have one of my team members ordered maybe $150 worth for the 2 campaigns
Yeah,
so
so
far.
Yeah,
she'll be
that doesn't
going
count.
for
This
that
is
same
strictly
goal
based on
herself.
personal
Yeah.
sales.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah.
in your case, Maria, if you were to do $250 in campaign 20, you
20.
would get a $25 bonus.
All right. I'm
So
gonna
what
try
that
it.
is they're gonna put $25 in your invoice statement. So that means then that you can pick something out for a gift out of the
Okay.
catalog to use that $25 for
Okay.
the holidays, or you can buy yourself something that you want to try.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna try it. I'm hoping I get some more orders this time, and so
Yeah. Follow up is the key, whether or not you're sending them to your digital brochure or you have a physical brochure that you can give them. But if they're computer, illiterate, sending them to the digital brochure is,
yeah.
just the way to go for this campaign, definitely. And then with the order, you can order books if people want books to physically. But the one-on-one getting back with them is the key. And they can order through your online store as long as it's not the closeout day, because they don't process them usually in that same day. So anything that's going through your online store needs to be through before the Friday or Saturday of the closeout weekend.
Okay.
We just closed out campaign 19 on Tuesday night. So now we started campaign 20 yesterday, and that will go all next week. And then
Friday, Saturday.
Right. So that's what you want to work on for that goal is whether they're online, make sure they get that order in by Friday of next week, or personal. You could put your orders in personally through, well, I like to tell people not after Monday night, but It is, Tuesday night, 11:30, but don't wait that long, please. Because
I get it.
computers can go down and all kinds of stuff. And,
Oh boy.
I fight for people all the time when they say, well, my order was in, but it didn't get processed. And, then they,
But online orders or customers that place orders online, the cutoff is sometime on Monday. So let's say noon on Monday to probably make it in before Tuesday night.
I would say Sunday. I wouldn't push it till
Sunday
Monday.
be better.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
The sooner the better. But yeah, just follow up with everyone. Pick out, like you said, you love that fragrance. Pick out something that's going to be your focus product that you're going to share with everyone from, the campaign 21. And like I said, I've got 20, sorry. But don't forget to look at the what's news for 21 and 22. Okay, so this is your 20 book. So just pick out something. This product they're talking about in the very front is 9 out of 10 people saw improvement instantly when they used this body serum. So this it's a big bottle. We got some at convention, but I mean, it's a regular price of $45 for $26.99.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Now I've gone over 15 minutes. We can always do these again. I will try to do them weekly or even bi-weekly so that we do it at least every 2 weeks with anyone new that comes into leadership, or even the people that are already in leadership. So you get people built in your team and they want to build more people in their team. Let's do a leadership Zoom for them. You guys pick out the date. I'll set it up. No problem. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
All right. All right. Let me
Thank
know
you.
how
Good
I
night,
can
everyone.
support you. All right.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.